What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip and welcome back to another video. So, Kingohger is finally finished, and to say that it was an epic adventure and maybe a legendary one may not be enough to describe, I don't know, like how awesome the show was in general. So, I'm recording this video directly, right after watching today's episode. And, well, I'm not going to spoil a lot of things, but I'm going to talk about some more general stuff to summarize. So, don't worry, I'm not gonna tell you guys anything that's, like going to spoil the experience for you because the final episode of King Order is something that you should experience for yourselves. So while I'm going to summarize, more general stuff, yeah, I'm going to avoid as much spoilers as I can. So, uh, actually, in order to talk about King Order's final episode and the series in general, I couldn't forget my own handy dandy Ojek caliber. I mean, I just have to have this while recording, and I actually had this while watching today's episode, like having to like transforming with the rest of the team. Like, I wanted to feel like I was a part of that final battle, so I had my own Ojek caliber while I was watching. So I'm going to have this in the video as well. So with that said, let's begin. Now, to start off, well, of course, today's key point is the final battle against Dag de Desjardins. And, well, it's not really a spoiler, but, you know, Dugdad is going to have his comeuppance sooner or later anyway. So saying that Dugdad being defeated is not a spoiler, but it's just something that you would expect anyway. But how they defeat Dugdad is something that you should watch. Like, this isn't your typical Super Sentai final battle, I mean, in the previous episode, everyone was involved, like actually fighting the minions, but now it's basically the team against Doug Dead. So we're just down to him, and this is where the climactic battle actually happens. But again, there was still some sort of involvement from everyone around in some sort of fashion. And, well, of course, you have the battle, against Dughead as, just the Rangers, and you also have like the mecha battle as well, as expected. And, after Dughead is defeated, so we also get to see some things that have happened after the final battle. Of course, like the kings, how they are in the state of their countries after the final battle, which is really nice to see. I mean, like it's more of a, how do you say, like a rather peaceful ending. I mean, considering that peace has returned, so everybody is back to their normal lives, you would say, but definitely things have become different after that, and it's really nice seeing that aftermath of the battle. So, yeah, it's not really that much of a big deal, I guess. I don't know, in my opinion, but again, it was a really nice final battle, or actually, it was really epic in the rather peaceful aftermath is well deserved, I would say. And uh, again, everybody's back to normal. Everybody's trying to rebuild after all that happened, especially during the final battle. Like, basically, you know, the whole world was almost destroyed by war, and everybody's trying to recover, but seeing them, well, you know, uh, live in hope, that's really something that you should see for yourselves, and that's really really nice. Now, the actual episode finished about 5 minutes earlier so that they could make time for a little bit of boom boonger uh clips. So they have like this special it's not the handoff yet, but they do have a special short clip of the boom boongers. And of course, we have a preview of the first episode as well. And then we have our traditional handoff. And well, as expected from Boom Boom Cher, so there's going to be a car involved. So it's basically uh, Gira riding Taya's car. So you see them driving together, and again, that's the signature of Boom Boom Cher, so their car. So that's a really nice handoff. But yeah, so we're going back to a more uh what you would say back to basic Sentai team, back to basic setting. Of course, like again, enemies invading Earth, and a team of individuals in colored spandex suits are going to fight against these aliens, monsters, or whatever you would think of them, to save the world. And pretty basic Sentai stuff, but I've said it before. I'm going to segue into Boom Boom Jar for a little bit. So I'm just expecting a really fun series. And I've said it in the previous video as well that I don't think anything can top King Oger yet. Nothing that had come before it could match it. Nothing that would come after it could probably top it anytime soon. But yeah, I still would say uh, King Oger's final episode, perfect. It's everything that you would expect, and maybe not more, but it's just like a perfectly done ending. Of course, you have the climactic battle, and everyone has a happy ending. It's a general thing, but really, really nice. Like, there are no loose threads, no mysteries left unsolved, which I really like about King Oger's last few episodes. Like, they already solved everything. So you just focus on the final battle. You see everyone again living their lives normally again after that, and rebuilding their world. So you don't have to wonder like why are some questions left unanswered. So going back to Dawn Brothers a little bit. So for example, like there were a lot of mysteries that were left unanswered, like the mystery of Kaito, and until now, what happened to Enya Raidon, and how come the first mecha never appeared again? So after Don Oni Taijin appeared, does anyone still remember the you know uh the Zenkai combination? I already forgot the name of the first robot, and that's just really sad, right? Like everybody just focused on Don Oni Taijin, and like the original mecha never made an appearance ever again, right? So again, there's also that question of like the Sentai gears in, or Avataro gears rather, in Dawn Brothers. Like, what happened to them? Like, what were they even for? Like, what do you get after collecting them, or what happens if they, fell into the wrong hands? So they just became like marketing ploys, like again, like MacGuffins that you promote just to collect, uh, and use with your uh, Dawn Blaster, yeah, it's just not as satisfying of an ending as King Oger was. Like, again, it's just perfectly wrapped up. And overall, King Oger. So this part, many of the things that I'm going to say here, I have said many times in previous videos. I know, but King Oger is just unique, just because of the setting itself. Just because it happens in a different world, you get a fresh new story. Like, again, like other Super Sentai stories that have come before. And again, we're going back to the same thing with Boom Boom Jer. So we have this Earth, uh an either an evil organization, or aliens invade, or extra dimensional beings come to invade, and a group of heroes come together wearing colored spandex suits, fight to save the world and whatnot. So it's the same predictable story or setting that you might say, but having the King Oger's world, be different from ours, and have them, create new settings, new plots. Like, everything is different. While it is part of the Super Sentai series, like, it also feels like a very different show. To put it simply, like, King Oger is just cut differently. It was just built, it was just made differently, you know? And I think that's the best part of King Oger, in my opinion, because it is different, because it's fresh and unique. Like, it's something that I wanted to watch from beginning to end. Like, what kind of world is what kind of world do they live in? What kind of how is it different from our world? And like, how do things work there? So, and while yes, King Oger is more of a fantasy setting than a lot of other Super Sentai shows that have come before, and again, with Boom Boom Jer coming soon, it's back to a bit more realistic setting. So again, that uniqueness that King Oger has, it's just th- it's just the thing that makes it stand out from the rest of the Super Sentai entries thus far. That's why I think, still, I've said it before, I say again, King Oger is the GOAT in terms of storytelling and setting. And even the characters, although I would admit that Jeremy is my least character, not because he's unlikable, but like, for the most part, he's the least interesting to me. But of course, when it counts, his stories, his focus episodes do make an impact. And yeah, mm, no, just nobody can top Rita Sama, right? Episode 38, best episode in Super Sentai ever. And yeah, it's just uh I'm at a loss for words, really. So the story, so the setting, the world building, the characters, everything is just amazing. Perfect, I would say, even. Yeah. So that's King Oger, in my opinion. Again, it's just so great that I just can't rate it with my usual, like, 5 rating. It just broke the mold. Yeah. So that's my opinion on King Oger's finale. So with that said, so one last time, let me do this with my Odra caliber. Let's do this. Ogay Buso! There you go. So one last time, one more Ogay Buso from yours truly. So thank you so much for watching. And as always, please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. Let me know what you think of Kingohger down in the comment section. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!